Welcome back, coin lovers, treasure hunters, and Aussie history fans. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of Australian 50-cent coins, those bold, 12-sided icons of our national currency. While most people overlook them as common pocket change, a rare few of these coins have become highly valuable collector's items, with prices soaring into the hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. Some of these coins are prized for their silver content, others for extremely low mintages, rare errors, or historical importance. So grab your coin jars and magnifying glasses, because you might already own one of these gems without even knowing it. Let's get started. First up, this rare 1998 Australian 50-cent coin could make you a millionaire. Black Shade discovery of Bay Strait Edition. Hidden in plain sight and often overlooked in everyday circulation, the 1998 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin marking the discovery of Bay Strait is no ordinary piece of currency. It is a metallic monument to Australia's fearless maritime history, and in its rare black shade condition, it might just be one of the most undervalued treasures in modern numismatics. Minted to celebrate the bicentenary of an extraordinary voyage by George Bass and Matthew Flinders, this coin immortalizes the moment when Tasmania was officially recognized as an island, separated by the stretch of sea that would later bear the name Bay Strait. But when this coin appears in a darkened, toned, or oxidized black shade, its appeal skyrockets. This is not just a coin, it's a story of discovery, rarity, and potentially life-changing wealth. On the reverse, the coin bursts with visual storytelling. Prominently centered is the denomination 50, under which sits the bold phrase, "Discovery of Bay Strait," flanked above and below by the names of the two legendary explorers, George Bass and Matthew Flinders. Just beneath this title is the dual-dated 1798 to 1998, marking the 200-year anniversary of the historic expedition. This side also includes the stylized map of southeastern Australia, including the entirety of Tasmania, which is isolated to emphasize the importance of Bay Strait. A finely etched line traces the route the explorers took during their groundbreaking voyage. The detailing is precise and symbolic, evoking the romance of early exploration, the perils of sea navigation, and the triumph of human curiosity. The figures of Bass and Flinders, rendered in noble profiles, lend the coin a classical gravitas that feels more like a sculpture than mere currency. The obverse features the 1998 effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. The portrait, introduced the same year, depicts Her Majesty in a mature and dignified manner, facing right, crowned with the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Around the rim are the inscriptions, Elizabeth II, Australia 1998, elegantly encircling the Queen's likeness. This blend of historical reverence and regal continuity is a hallmark of Australian coinage, linking contemporary Australia with its colonial roots and modern identity. What elevates this particular coin to millionaire maker status is the elusive and highly prized black shade condition, caused by natural environmental exposure or specific oxidation reactions with the copper-nickel alloy. Some versions of this coin have acquired a rich, darkened tone across their surface. This transformation adds a haunting beauty and mysterious allure, almost as if the coin had weathered storms and journeys just like Bass and Flinders themselves. Collectors hunt these uniquely toned specimens with fervor. When a black-shaded commemorative appears, especially one in very fine to extremely fine condition, it becomes a one-of-a-kind showpiece. The contrast in the black tone enhances the design's details, drawing out the fine engraving and making the coin feel ancient, revered, almost mythic. Full coin specifications. Country, Australia. Year of issue, 1998. Denomination, 50 cents. Metal composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel, copper-nickel. Mass, 15.55 grams. Diameter, 31.65 millimeters. Shape, dodecagon, 12-sided. Edge, plain. Obverse designer, Ian Rank Broadley. Reverse designer, Vladimir Gottwald. Mint, Royal Australian Mint. Current market value, 2025, an explosive demand. While ordinary circulated examples of this coin typically sell for $2 to $10 Australian dollars, The Blackshade versions are a whole different story. In 2025's collector market, a genuine black-toned 1998 base straight 50-cent coin in very fine condition can command between $80 to 250 Australian dollars, depending on its visual appeal and rarity. If accompanied by proof like luster, full detail retention, or any known mint errors, such as die clashes, off-center strikes, or double obverse impressions, prices can soar past 1,000 Australian dollars in private sales or auctions. In a few highly publicized collector forums and private auctions, pristine and authenticated versions of the Blackshade coin have sold for upwards of 5,000 Australian dollars, particularly when paired with a compelling backstory or exceptional preservation. At a certified grade from PCGS or NGC, and you're looking at international bidding wars. In the digital age of collectibles, stories and visuals drive value, and this coin has both in spades. With its deep historical resonance, sharply detailed engraving, and striking appearance in black patina, it's a prime candidate for YouTube features, collector blog highlights, and viral social media attention. As interest in rare Australian coinage continues to explode globally, rare condition coins like the Blackshade Base Straight Edition are becoming the new gold standard. Owning one of these coins is not just about value, it's about timing. As global demand increases and available supply diminishes, prices are expected to climb further. If you possess this coin, you may already be sitting on a fortune. One good auction, one eager buyer, one viral TikTok, and your modest drawer find could become a once-in-a-lifetime windfall. The 1998 commemorative Australian 50-cent piece is more than just metal. It is the embodiment of national pride, exploration, and the relentless human spirit. In its Blackshade variant, it becomes a rare visual gem, a collector's dream, and for the right person, a millionaire's ticket disguised as pocket change. So take a moment, look through your old coins, revisit that coin jar, and examine each piece with care. Because if you find the right 1998 black-toned base straight 50-cent coin, you might just be holding a slice of history worth more than gold and a future that's richer than you ever imagined. Next up, the 1985 Australian 50-cent coin stands out in the numismatic world for more than just its shape. It proudly features the iconic dodecagonal, 12-sided design introduced in 1969, a form factor that immediately grabs attention. The coin is struck in copper-nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, giving it a distinctive silver hue and a hefty presence. Weighing 15.55 grams with a diameter of 31.65 millimeters. Its thickness and the tactile angular edges made it a standout among circulating coins of its time, a real chunk of Aussie pride. Let's take a closer look at the obverse design, where you'll find a regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II sculpted by Raphael Maklauf, a version only used from 1985 to 1998. This version of Her Majesty features more pronounced detailing, with the Queen wearing the royal diadem and formal regalia. If your 1985 coin is in excellent or uncirculated condition, those fine details in her hair, the sparkle in her crown, and the boldness of the text, Elizabeth II Australia 1985, are still visible, an incredibly valuable trait for collectors. Now flip the coin over, and you're greeted by one of Australia's most enduring national emblems, the Australian coat of arms, masterfully designed by Stuart Devlin. This intricate reverse features the shield, flanked by a proud kangaroo on the left and a strong emu on the right. The two creatures who, legend says, can't walk backward, symbolizing forward progress. Above the shield sits the seven-pointed Commonwealth star, and the detailed background includes a garland of flora, adding depth and symmetry. When this side is preserved in excellent condition, every feather, paw, and emblem shines, turning this into a miniature masterpiece. But here's where it gets truly interesting. The 1985 50-cent coin had one of the lowest mintage figures of the 1980s. Just 1 million coins were produced. Compare that with the tens of millions minted in earlier years, and you'll see why collectors are scrambling to get their hands on it. It's not just rare, it's extremely scarce in high-grade condition, as most have been heavily circulated over time. Finding one in excellent or near uncirculated condition today is like discovering hidden gold. Due to its rarity and collector demand, The 1985 Australian 50-cent coin in excellent condition is now highly sought after on the collector's market. Prices can vary significantly depending on the condition, but coins graded in very fine (VF) to extremely fine (EF) condition can fetch between $25 to $100 AUD. But here's the kicker. If you have a proof version or an almost uncirculated example, especially one certified by a grading authority, its market value can skyrocket past $500 or even $1,000 AUD. What makes this coin even more thrilling is the speculative demand and auction hype surrounding rare Australian coins. Some sellers list pristine versions for several $1,000s, hoping to tap into the growing global interest in vintage Commonwealth coins. There have even been instances where rare condition examples were included in prestigious numismatic sets, further inflating their desirability and value. In the collector's world, condition is everything, and color plays a huge role too. If your 1985 coin has retained its original silver-like luster, shows minimal signs of wear, and no corrosion or dark spotting, then you could be sitting on a treasure far beyond its face value. Coins that show a natural toning, those soft rainbow-like hues, can even increase in desirability if the toning enhances the design's visual appeal. This coin's rise in popularity also reflects a surge in Australian coin collecting over the past decade. With more collectors entering the market and fewer coins in circulation, demand continues to grow, pushing prices higher each year. Many investors are now looking to secure rare 1980s coins before values climb out of reach, and the 1985 edition is at the top of that list. So, how do you know if you have a winner? Check for clean edges, full detail on the Queen's portrait and coat of arms, and minimal surface marks. If you see clear definition in the kangaroo's muscle lines or the emu's feathers, congratulations, your coin could be worth a small fortune. And if you spot one in a dealer's junk box or eBay listing for under face value, grab it immediately. More than just metal, this coin tells a story, a slice of Australian history preserved in a silver shield. The low mintage, high artistic value, and emerging global interest make the 1985 Australian 50-cent piece a perfect storm of rarity and beauty, the kind of numismatic opportunity that could change your financial future. To wrap up, the 1985 Australian 50-cent coin in excellent condition isn't just rare, it's a potential goldmine. Whether you're a casual collector, a seasoned investor, or someone checking an old drawer for forgotten change, this coin deserves a second look. Get it graded, preserve it carefully, and watch its value soar. This is one of those coins that could truly make you a millionaire, not just in dollars, but in history, prestige, and the thrill of owning a national treasure. Next up, the 1996 Australian 50-cent coin. Though it might seem like an ordinary coin in everyday change, this particular piece, especially in excellent condition, holds secrets that could transform it into a millionaire-making discovery. From design brilliance and historical context to rarity and surging demand, this is a coin that demands attention. So let's explore every curve, every detail, and every dollar of its explosive potential. The 1996 50-cent coin remains one of the most underrated yet eye-catching pieces in Australian coinage. Made from copper nickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel, it features a shiny silver appearance that dazzles under proper light. It carries a massive 15.55 grams in weight, a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, and is struck in the distinctive dodecagon shape, a 12-sided polygon that sets it apart from standard round coins. This bold design ensures it's instantly recognizable and adds to its aesthetic charm and collector appeal. Now let's turn our gaze to the obverse side, where history comes to life. The obverse of the 1996 coin features the Raphael Makhlouf portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, one of the most elegant renderings of Her Majesty ever used on Australian coins. This portrait, in use from 1985 through 1998, showcases the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, the royal crown adorned with diamonds, crosses, and floral emblems. If your coin is in excellent condition, you'll notice intricate details like the Queen's flowing curls, the diadem's gemstones, and sharp definition around the lettering, Elizabeth II Australia 1996, all vital for enhancing its value. Now flip the coin, and you'll be greeted by a national emblem that speaks volumes. the Australian coat of arms, designed by the legendary Stuart Devlin. The central shield, flanked by the powerful kangaroo and steadfast emu, Australia's most iconic native animals, symbolizes unity, strength, and progress. Above it, the seven-pointed Commonwealth star commands attention, while the entire design rests atop a lush floral garland representing the Federation States. In mint condition, the feather detail in the emu, the textured fur of the kangaroo, and the clarity in the shield's symbols become a visual feast for collectors. What makes the 1996 50-cent coin particularly interesting is that it was released without any commemorative variations, making its base design the primary attraction. While this might sound ordinary, it's precisely this lack of gimmickry that increases its collectability in pristine condition. Coins minted in lower numbers and preserved in high grade without special editions often become numismatic sleepers, quiet today, but highly valuable tomorrow. Let's talk numbers. The mintage for the 1996 50-cent coin was just 24.9 million, a moderate figure in terms of Australian circulation coins. However, very few of these have survived in excellent or uncirculated condition. Over the years, most have been spent, scratched, and worn into anonymity. But when you find one with full mint luster, sharp edges, and minimal contact marks, that's when you're holding a gem that's catching serious attention from collectors worldwide. In today's fast-growing rare coin market, a 1996 50-cent coin in excellent condition, meaning no corrosion, full detail, and original color, can fetch anywhere from $15 to 75 Australian dollars, depending on sharpness and eye appeal. But wait, there's more. If your coin has been professionally graded by PCGS or NGC and achieves a high grade like MS65 or above, its value could skyrocket to $200 or more, especially in the right auction setting. Let's talk even more potential. Some rare error coins dated 1996 have been known to circulate, such as off-center strikes, double dies, and cuds, die breaks that look like blobs of metal. If you're lucky enough to own a 1996 50-cent coin with one of these minting anomalies in top condition, you could be looking at an extremely rare variant worth $500 to 1,000 Australian dollars, or even more to the right buyer. What about color? A 1996 coin with its original silvery shine intact, or even natural rainbow-like toning from oxidization, often called proof-like surfaces, can significantly increase its desirability. These pieces become artistic masterpieces, with collectors and investors vying for even the subtlest changes that separate the common from the extraordinary. Why is demand rising? Over the past decade, there has been a boom in Australian coin collecting, especially for 50-cent pieces due to their size, iconic designs, and investment potential. As collectors seek to complete full decade sets, coins like the 1996 issue in high grade are becoming harder to find. And when supply shrinks, prices soar. So how do you know if your 1996 coin could make you a millionaire? Examine it closely under light. Check the detail on the queen's crown. Inspect the emu's feathers. Feel the sharpness of the 12 sides. If it's crisp, brilliant, and almost untouched, then get it graded by a professional service, because you could be holding a valuable collectible with explosive long-term potential. And remember, even if your coin doesn't fetch $1 million today, its historical value, visual beauty, and scarcity in high grades make it a strong investment for the future. Coins like this grow in value quietly, and those who hold on to them often wake up one day to discover they've become incredibly wealthy. In conclusion, the 1996 Australian 50-cent coin in excellent condition is more than just change. It's a window into the soul of Australian history and a treasure chest of value waiting to be discovered. With low survival rates in high grade, captivating design, and rising market demand, this coin may well be your ticket to numismatic fame and fortune. Don't overlook it. Your $1 million moment might be right in your pocket. Next up, the 1997 Australian 50-cent coin. It's one of those seemingly everyday coins that, in excellent condition, could hold the key to a small fortune. With stunning designs, solid metal value, and hidden rarity, this coin is gaining serious traction in today's numismatic circles. And who knows, if you own one in pristine shape, it might be the coin that changes your life forever. Let's start with the design and physical specifications of this iconic coin. The 1997 50-cent piece sticks to the distinctive dodecagonal, 12-sided, format introduced in 1969, which sets it apart immediately from other Australian circulating coins. It's struck in copper nickel, a durable and attractive alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a shiny silver hue and a satisfying weight in hand. It weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, and is a true representation of bold, elegant, and enduring Australian coinage. On the obverse, the 1997 coin features the third official effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, created by the renowned British sculptor Raphael Maklauf. This portrait, used between 1985 and 1998, depicts Her Majesty wearing the George IV state diadem, a regal crown adorned with floral motifs and diamonds. In coins kept in excellent condition, you'll see a high level of detail in the Queen's hair, crown, and facial features. These small design elements, the definition in the curls, the sparkle in the diadem, and the clarity of the lettering Elizabeth II Australia 1997, are what make this version so desirable to collectors. Now flip it over to witness the reverse design, a masterpiece by the legendary Australian designer Stuart Devlin, who also created numerous other iconic Aussie coin images. Here, the Australian coat of arms is presented with magnificent intricacy. The shield features the badges of 6 Australian states, flanked by a powerful kangaroo and a stately emu, standing on a decorative base of golden wattle. Above the shield sits the 7-pointed Commonwealth star. In excellent condition, this side of the coin glows with richness, every feather, paw, and emblem brought to life in full sculptural glory. What makes the 1997 Australian 50-cent coin so special is its somewhat underappreciated rarity, especially in high grades. While it wasn't a commemorative year, it had a limited mintage of only 19.2 million coins, making it scarcer than many realize. That number might sound large, but when compared to other years that saw 30 to 50 million coins produced, the 1997 edition quickly stands out. The true prize, however, lies in coins that were never heavily circulated, those that remained untouched, stored safely, and have retained their brilliant, like new surfaces. And that brings us to value. In standard circulated condition, this coin might fetch anywhere from $1 to $5 AUD. But when you move into the excellent or extremely fine condition, its value begins to climb. Coins with clean fields, minimal scratches, and full design definition can bring in $25 to 75 Australian dollars, depending on buyer interest. Now here's where it gets truly exciting. Coins that have been professionally graded and certified at MS64, MS65, or higher can easily reach $150 to 300 Australian dollars, and rare high-grade examples sold at online auctions have even touched $500 or more. But that's not all. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for errors and minting anomalies. A small number of 1,997 50-cent coins have been found with striking errors like off-center dies, cuds, or even double strikes. These flaws, although unintentional, make coins instantly more collectible. A single coin with a clean double strike or misalignment, if it remains in near mint condition, could be worth 1,000 Australian dollars or more to the right buyer. Another often overlooked detail is the color and luster. Coins that have retained their original metallic brightness or have developed natural toning, hues of soft gold, blue, or violet from years of chemical interaction with the environment, are considered eye-appeal coins, and they demand premium prices. This aesthetic factor can often make the difference between a $50 coin and a $500 one. So why is demand rising for this coin today? Several factors are at play. The 1990s era of Australian coinage is growing in collector popularity, with many seeking to complete decade sets or full collections of dodecagonal 50-cent pieces. As such, coins like the 1997 issue, which was never issued in mint or proof sets, are becoming harder to source in perfect condition. That combination of scarcity and condition-sensitive value is a magnet for collectors and investors alike. If you found a 1997 Australian 50-cent coin in your drawer, your change jar, or inherited collection, now's the time to inspect it closely. Use a magnifying glass, check the rim edges, Look for consistent sharpness in the text and image relief, and observe the surface tone. If the coin feels smooth, silvery, and brilliant, you could be sitting on a rare collectible worth far more than its face value. Even if your coin isn't certified yet, consider getting it professionally graded. Third-party grading services like PCGS or NGC add legitimacy and unlock much higher price potential in collector and auction markets. Certified high-grade Australian coins from the 1990s have become hot commodities, and the 1997 50 cent is a rising star. The 1997 Australian 50-cent coin, especially in excellent or uncirculated condition, is a sleeper hit in the world of numismatics. Its elegant design, modest mintage, rising demand, and potential error variance make it a valuable find. With the right coin, the right timing, and the right buyer, this humble piece of metal could genuinely become a life-changing treasure, possibly even a millionaire's starting point. Got a 1997 50-cent coin? Share your story in the comments. Want to check if yours is rare? Upload a picture and tag our channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You might be one coin away from a fortune.